Everybody ready? All right, first of all, that was a good team win. All right, we talked about this week. It was, hey, just find a way. Win ugly, if there is such a thing. What I was talking about that is everybody, put down your personal goals, your personal agenda. Let's make it all about the team. And very satisfying win. You say, well, coach, it's just one win. But at this point in the season, we're a tired football team, and the kids really gave us all they had in practice this week. And then they left, I thought, they kind of left their guts out on that field today. And, wasn't pretty early, right? We're down 14-0. Could have wavered, right? Could have been ugly today. Fall back 17 straight points, okay? Get to halftime tied, and then we took control in the third quarter. Very proud of that offensive line. Very proud of Jared Neal. And the wide receivers made some big catches, and the defense getting the turnovers today. So great team win.
Coach, obviously you guys took control of this thing really in the second half, but given the fact you were down 14-0 and what's happened here the last couple of times, would it be fair to say there was some extra significance in those first two touchdowns to get back in this thing?
Oh, no doubt. I can't remember what the drive situation was to get it at 14-7. No, I think we grew up a little bit today. Regardless of whatever happens the rest of the season, whatever happens next week, this was a win that I've been waiting on all year. Okay, Chattanooga, we never were facing any type of adversity. Central Arkansas, we didn't really face any type of adversity. Right, we had to lead the whole game. So today, to see us fight back and do the things that we talked about to get the win, it was very gratifying. And I appreciate the kids and their commitment.
The last two touchdown passes Jared Neal threw were pretty much on point, right where they needed to be. Was this his best game, do you think?
Well, I'm sure. Statistically, I don't know what he threw for.
245,
18 24. But this was a run game first. Okay, we had just committed and said we're going to run the football. You saw us kind of play with an extra offensive lineman. If you notice that today, we played with 6 offensive linemen most of the day, and just said, here it comes. And there was a lot of 3-yard runs, 4-yard runs, 5-yard. When we got the second 5 today, we were able to do some things. And and here's the thing: Dylan was going to play a lot early. That was a dumb call. I put him in a bad situation, calling the option, coming out of the end zone. I take total blame for that. That's didn't he take care of the ball? But it's my job to put him in better scenarios than that, and that's just on me.
How was his health today? How did he feel?
He was good. He was good. It's always different when you go to the ground the first time. He had a good run. I think it was about an 8 or 9 yard run the first time he carried it and knocked his contact out, so he had to come out. And it's been 3 weeks since he's been hit, and so I think it jarred him pretty good and good enough to knock his contact out. So, but he was ready to go back. But at that point, him and Jared kind of split, and Jared kind of got a little tempo, and that's the right way we stayed for that game. Could change this week.
The defense, I know something you've wanted to force more turnovers. You finally did that today.
Yeah.
How big of a key is that for you all to kind of have the season you need?
Well, for us, because like I said, we're, there's other offenses that are, Eastern Illinois type explosive offense, and today for 40-something points, very proud of that. But what did we get turnover-wise today?
3 for 3.
We got 3, and they got 1.
0.
The touchdown.
Yeah.
So I guess
Yeah.
3-1. Yeah. Right, that's big. If we can always win the turnover margin, we'll have a chance each week, okay? So that was good to see us get it done.
You talked about a couple of weeks ago wanting to control the game, control the tempo.
Right.
I think you might have done that today. 84 plays, you controlled the clock, almost got them for almost 40 minutes to 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's, and we don't approach it every week like that, because there's some weeks that, that we may be, a team may have an advantage on us at the defensive line or at the linebacker position or at the corner position. So this staff, we do a great job, I feel like, of each week kind of, I won't say reinventing ourselves. It's within the same menu that we operate since camp. But, today we went out of the, the unbalanced package. Last week we were out of 20 personnel. The week before that, it was mostly 4 wide. The week before that, it was out of 21 personnel. So, it's kind of one of those things to where we decided to attack a defense a certain way. The kids respond really well and absorb all that information that week, and when we go into play. So we're not one of those teams that says, hey, this is what we do each week and try to beat you. That's just not our personality. And the kids do a great job of learning.
Defensively, you guys had 2 standout performances. Tony Bell had 16 tackles, 4.5 sacks, while Thad Williams had 2 interceptions and Cam Harris also had an interception. Just talk to those three's play and your defensive unit as a whole.
Well, I thought our defense coaches had a great plan. I thought Jeff Bird had a good plan, because if you saw, you may have been very frustrated that we wouldn't always get into the quarterback, right? But we were rushing 3 at times. But we were bracketing, how many catches did he have? Powell had 3 catches for 61 yards. Now, he's a great talent. So we had a lot of bracket coverage on him. That way, you don't want to leave him one-on-one, guys. He's just too good. And so, they may have held it for 5 or 6 seconds, but nobody was open. And then we would bring a 4th guy. We were getting some sacks. Sometimes you bring a 5th guy, you bring some sacks. So we did a great job mixing it up, making him go to the 2nd and the 3rd receiver, instead of always his primary receiver. And, I see the stats here. What were they, 9 of 20 for 96 yards, and the next guy was 3 of 9. So, with 6 sacks for the day. So very proud. And that's mostly rushing 3, so proud of the defense line.
Coach, you said you were waiting for this game. What is it about this game that you were waiting for? What did you see that you hadn't seen yet?
Well, just, in the conference, right? I mean, Murray's a good team. They were 5-3, with a couple losses in some 1A schools, for a couple of different things. One, we lost our last 2 at home. All right, so, I mean, that's where you question yourself, where your confidence against good teams at home. It's usually reversed, right? We usually win at home, and you have to go face your fears on the road. Just to see guys celebrating in the locker room, to see them just elude confidence on the field, because I felt like we were more physical, to see the defense, for us to play smart. Fine, we talked about being smart and turn this thing into, a proverbial street fight, and that's just talking about being more physical. So for us, we had 3 penalties. Now, probably could they have called 20 penalties? Probably could, and most official crews we get are calling 20, but today they called 3 against them and 3 against us, and we were able to stay on schedule and not get behind. And, I don't know what happened on the big catch down there, so, they said he was out of bounds, that he got pushed out of bounds, and we responded and came back, and, still able to get over the hump. So all of it about that, it was a team win, and I just thought the kids gave a program great effort.